So just check in with how your shoulders are feeling in this pose. I know some of you have got shoulder twinges occasionally, maybe elbows. Just work with your body. Remember, as always, listen into it. Don't do anything that feels like you're going to injure yourself. But likewise, try not to be fearful if it's something that's, you know, coming up for you, especially when we go upside down. And just notice your body, how it feels, first of all. Check in with your mind, with your thoughts. See if you can forget about the rest of the day and just focus on being present. And then working with that intention just to sort of shift the perspective. What is it? Gandhi said, his famous quote was, you must be the change that you wish to see in the world. So very much you get a reflection back to you of where you are. Just take a few breaths here, breathing in and out through the nostrils, maybe starting that Ujjayi breath. Just here for about another 6 breaths. I know it's pretty intense to start with. Just bring all your focus on feeling the pose, feeling your breath. Good. Take 2 more breaths here, breathing in and breathing out. And breathing in and letting go. Lovely. Next breath in. Start to come up. Take the blocks out of the way. And just sit your hips back. Find your child pose just for a moment, just for a couple of breaths with your arms behind you. Just relax the shoulder heads forwards. Just let the upper back round a little bit. Find a bit of ease after that. Quite difficult starting asana. And then the next breath in, make your way all the way up to a tabletop. From tabletop, tuck your toes underneath you and sit back so that you're in this, I hate the name of this pose, broken toe pose, but this lovely pose where you're going to stretch your plantar fascia. And then reach your elbows out to the side like cactus arms. And then bring the elbows to touch, but turn your palms to face your face. Good. Lift the elbows up so that they're a little bit higher than your shoulders and press the forearms against each other. And notice what parts of your upper back and chest, maybe the shoulders, are really sort of engaging. Really keep that pressure as though you're squeezing the forearms together with all your might. Keep the elbows lifted up. Take a breath in. Squeeze a bit harder. Lovely. And then taking eagle arms with the left elbow on top of the right, wrap the forearms around each other, palms towards each other, and lift the elbows up higher. Good, and then with the left elbow on top, you're going to move the palms towards the right side, and then your left ear comes towards the left shoulder. Just feeling a nice little gentle neck stretch. Maybe a little bit into the left shoulder as well. And come back to center. Release the hands, reach them out wide again in cactus arms, and then do the same thing on the other side. So start by bringing the forearms together, palms facing you, and press the forearms against each other. Get that sort of sensation of engagement in the chest muscles a lot. Lift the elbows up high, make sure that they're maybe level or a bit higher than your shoulders. Press another centimeter, really find that strength. Breathe in. Lovely, and then breathe out. Bring the right elbow on top of the left, cross the forearms, finding eagle arms, Garudasana arms. Maybe lifting the elbows up more, moving the hands forwards. Good. Remembering your breath, inhale. And exhale. Lovely, release your hands. Just bring them by your side, shake the hands off and roll the shoulders all the way up to the ears, all the way back and down. Just a couple of times. Lovely, and then change direction, come forwards. Hope your toes are all right. Oh, fine. Then lean forwards and just tap the fronts of your feet. Ease off from that toes pose. Coming into a tabletop, let's just warm up through the spine with 3 cat and cows. Just a nice simple movements with breath. Breathing in, coming into a cow position, really lengthening the front of the body. Breathing out, rounding the spine. Looking between the knees. 2 more times, movement and breath together. Inhaling, using your Ujjayi breath if you can. Exhale, round the back, look between the knees. Yeah, and 1 more, breathe in. Coming into that lovely cow position. And breathing out, rounding and rounding. And from here, tuck your toes. And then lift your hips up to find a downward facing dog. So pedal your feet in your down dog. I don't know what you've been doing this morning. You might have been quite active already, but just notice if you haven't been active, or if you have, what the back of your hamstrings feel like, the back of your calves. Just maybe walking your dog, letting your neck be heavy, long. No tension there. And when you're ready, find stillness in your downward facing dog. Then take a breath in and come forwards to a plank. Bring your knees down and lower all the way down onto your belly. Grab your block, bring it in between your hands, coming into a sphinx. So your hands are either side of the block, like this, and your elbows are underneath your shoulders. Really have a sense of pressing into the sides of the block so that you get you've got that engagement again in your lats as well. And then start to peel up through the thighs, come onto your knees for a low plank. Hug the low belly in, think about and fork here. Either stay there or tuck your toes and find yourself in this forearm plank. Keep pressing into the sides of the block, feeling that engagement. Keep pressing down with the forearms into the mat so that you're not sinking into the shoulders like this, you're pressing away from the ground. So you're really protecting the shoulders. You're not using your shoulders to keep that keep your height here and keep the strength. You're using your back muscles as well. Good, and then from here, lift your hips up, walk your feet a little bit forwards towards your knees, find your first dolphin. Good, relax your neck, look between your knees. Keep pressing your hands into the sides of the block. Your shoulders should be feeling this, but press the ground away. See if you can protract a little bit. And then walk your feet backwards. Lower your knees, your thighs, find yourself in a sphinx. Oh, relax your hands so that they're flat on the floor. Imagine pulling your elbows towards your hips towards your elbows without moving. Lovely, and then lower down. Come into a nice locust pose. Hands come behind you, palms face down, and zip your legs up. And then inhale, bring your feet off the mat, lift your upper body, shoulders off. Hands come away, floating up, palms face down. If you want to, you can interlace the hands. That feels really nice as well, to stretch the front of the shoulders. Good. Keep lengthening the back of the neck and looking to the top of the mat. And stay with that breath, inhaling. And exhale, lower down, hands under shoulders, and downward facing dog. Ooh. Yeah, 1 more part to our warm up. So lift your right leg up to the ceiling, breathe in here. And then exhale, come forwards to a 3-legged plank. And then come onto the fingertips of your left hand with your right leg reaching up. Hug the inner thighs towards each other, maybe stay here. Or perhaps find a bit of core stability and reach your left arm forwards as your right leg goes back. Look to the top of your mat for 5. Keep breathing, 4, 3. If you're wobbling, it's okay, 2, and 1. Left hand down, right leg up, 3-legged down dog. Ooh. Then bend that knee in towards your chest, just a tiger curl. Look between your hands, right foot between your hands, left knee down. Come all the way up into low lunge, reaching the arms up, Anjaneyasana. Lovely. Hold on to your left wrist with your right hand. Find a bit of space and length in the left side body, and exhale over towards the right side. Good. Breathe in, come back to center. And then both hands either side of the front of the foot, step back to downward facing dog. go through that on the other side. So reach the left leg up to the sky, inhale. And exhale, come forwards into a three-legged plank. Think about hugging the inner thighs towards each other. Get that stability. And then maybe move the right fingertips forwards a little bit. You might want to stay on the fingertips. Or else, reach the right arm forwards as you stretch the left arm back, looking to the top of your mat for 5. Keep breathing. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right hand down, left leg up. Inhale here. And breathe out. Bend that knee. Come in. Step the left foot forwards, right knee down. Breathe in. Reach the arms up. How are you doing? Oh, hold on to that right forearm or wrist with your left hand. Lengthen as you inhale. And exhale. Find more space in the right side. Good job. Breathe in. Come back to center. And breathe out. Both hands down. Downward facing dog. Oh, just pause here a moment. Settle yourself in stillness. And then on the next breath in, you're going to journey to the top of the mat. Maybe stepping, maybe hopping if you fancy that. And arrive in a forward fold. Your feet can be hip width apart if you like, or toes touching. Bending the knees if you need to. Just letting the head hang, maybe holding on to opposite elbows, being upside down just for a moment. And then relax your hands and roll up all the way up to standing. Just come up one vertebrae at a time. See how slowly you can come up. Bring your head up last, shoulders roll back and down, standing in your mountain pose. We're going to take some sun salutation aid just to really get the blood flowing, warm up the bodies. And we're going to mix it up with some low boat pose. Alright, so it's going to be sun salutation aid with difference. Just a few of these before our standing flow. So as you inhale, bring the arms up to the sky, maybe look up. Breathe out, fold forwards. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale to Ardha Uttanasana. And then exhale, step back for this first one into a plank. Breathe in here. And then breathe out, either lower all the way down and take a cobra or halfway down, chaturanga, and then up to your upward facing dog. Nice and controlled. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Lovely. Moving straight on, inhale, look forwards. And exhale, journey to the top of the mat, maybe a little hop. Breathe in, halfway lift. And exhale to fold. Bend the knees, find chair pose, Utkatasana. Breathing in here. Lovely. And exhale, lower all the way down to a seat. Start off in Navasana to start with. Good. And then exhale, lower down to Ardha Navasana. Hands come to prayer, thumbs press into sternum. Sternum presses back into thumbs. Look towards your toes. Really lengthen the feet forwards. Keep breathing in. Lovely. And then exhale, come back into Navasana. Lovely. Cross the ankles. Lean forward, step or jump back. Go through a vinyasa or skip it. Meet me in downward facing dog. So just a little bit of variation just to strengthen into the core when you're coming into forearm balances. Something we need. Good, one full breath here, inhaling. And exhale. I like to sigh out sometimes. Inhale, look to the top of the mat. And breathe out, journey there. Breathing in, halfway lift. And exhale to fold. Pressing through the feet, reach the arms all the way up to the sky. Palms join, and then exhale, come all the way back down again. Moving straight on, number 2. Breathe in, halfway lift. And exhale, going through your vinyasa, so you can step back or jump back, go all the way to the mat, come into a cobra, or go through chaturanga and up dog. Lovely, everybody. Looking wonderful. Downward facing dog. Inhale, look forwards. And on the exhale, journey down. Breathing in, halfway lift. And exhaling to fold. Bend the knees, nice deep Utkatasana, fierce pose. Reach the arms up, strong in the arms. And then exhale, lower all the way down to your seat. Finding that boat pose, Navasana. Breathe in here. Lovely straight legs. Exhale, come back down. Find your Ardha Navasana. Hands come in prayer, thumbs press to your sternum. Press your sternum against your thumbs. Look towards your toes. Feel energy in your thighs. Lengthen. Breathe in. Well done. Breathe out. Come back into Navasana. Cross the ankles. Reach forwards. Maybe jump back if you want to, going through your vinyasa. Maybe stepping back into a down dog. Okay, everyone, looking strong. Exhale, downward facing dog. One full breath here. Inhaling. And exhale. Next breath in, look forwards. And when you're exhaling, journey to the top. Breathe in, halfway lift. Lovely, exhale, fold. Pressing through the feet, roots rise, the arms come up, look up and stretch up. And let's go back down for the last time, third time, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, remember that breath. Exhale, step or hop back, float back, go through vinyasa or skip it. Weight in downward facing dog. Moving with your breath, breathing with your movements. Downward facing dog. Inhale, look to the top of the mat. And exhale, journey your way down. Breathe in, halfway lift, straightening your back body. And exhale, folding. Sitting back into your chair pose, Utkatasana again. Fierce pose here, strong. And then exhale, lower all the way down, coming into your Navasana, boat pose. Knees bent or straight, inhale. And then exhale, come into your Ardha Navasana. Hands to your heart, press sternum against thumbs and thumbs against sternum. Really get that sort of lifting and lengthening. Good. And then breathe in. And exhale, come back to Navasana. Cross the ankles, lean forward, step or hop back, go through vinyasa or skip it. Meet us in downward dog. Lovely, everyone. Downward facing dog. One full breath in together. Inhale. And exhale. Breathe in, look to the top of the mat. And exhale, journey your way there. Inhale, halfway lift. Gorgeous. Exhale, fold. Press through the feet, reach the arms all the way up to the sky. Look up and stretch up, palms join. And exhale, hands to your heart. You just pause in your mountain pose just for a full breath in and out. Inhaling. And exhale. Okay, let's move on into our flow. So breathe in, reach the arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. So moving through vinyasa to find our way to down dog. Inhaling halfway. And exhale, make your way to a down dog through vinyasa or skipping it. Your choice. Don't rush, I'm going to wait for you all anyway. Good job, really nice. So reach your right leg up to the sky. Breathe in here. And as you exhale, come forwards to a three-legged plank and then curl that knee in towards your nose, bandha charges. Lift that knee and the thigh up as high towards your chest as you can. And then inhale, reach that leg back up. We'll do that 2 more times. Exhale, curl it in, bandha charger. Lift it up as high as you can. Shoulders in line with the wrists. Inhale, reach back up. Good, last time. Exhale, knee towards your nose. Hug it in, lift it up higher. Good job. Reach it back up. Inhale here. And then exhale, come forwards to a three-legged plank again. Good, either stay here or lift the left fingertips off the mat, palm facing in. For 3, breathe. 2, well done. And 1, left hand down, right leg up. Inhale here. Oh, and as you exhale again, bandha charger with that right knee into your chest, look between your hands, right foot between your hands. Come all the way up into a high lunge this time. Stretching the arms up, hugging the low ribs in, getting that integrity in your core. And then hold on to the left forearm. Inhale and lengthen up through the left side waist. Exhale as you bend over to the right. Beautiful. Come back to center, breathe in. And then release the hands, bring them out to cactus arms. And then let's take that right elbow forwards and put the left elbow on top of it. So the right elbow's on the bottom and the right leg is in front. Eagle arms in this high lunge. Start to lean forwards into a leaning lunge. Hug the low ribs in. And we're going to transition into warrior 3 with your arms in eagle. So really keep pushing through the forearms so that you're feeling that engagement. Hug the inner thighs towards each other. Keep that nice long straight line. Breath in. And then if you can, challenge yourself to come forwards into a standing splits with your hands in eagle. If you need to release the hands and put them onto blocks or the mat, that's fine too. See if you can focus your energy on being present in this little bit of an inversion. Breathe in. And breathe out. Come back up to center so that you're in warrior 3. Release your hands and reach them out to the sides like you're doing sort of a nice sort of lat pull up. Then into that right leg and step the left foot back. Coming into warrior 1. Reach the arms up. Interlace here. Release the index fingers. Be strong. Draw the left out hip forwards, right out hip back a little bit. Get that engagement there. And then release the hands. Bring them behind you. Interlace them. Oh, this feels so good. Stretch the fronts of the shoulders and come forwards into humble warrior. Pressing a lot into the back foot. And just bow forwards, maybe reaching that right shoulder to the inside a little bit deeper. Release your hands. Bring your left hand just forwards of that front foot and then pivot so that you're on the ball of the back foot. Find an easy lunge twist, reaching the right arm up. Just stretch up with the right arm. Find a little bit of, nice bit of a breather here. And then bring that right hand down. Step back into a downward facing dog. Just pause in your down dog for 1 full breath in. And 1 full breath out. Your favorite now, turbo dog. So just start to lower the elbows simultaneously, but don't let them touch the mat. Just hover them just above the mat. Really getting strong, so grip them out with your fingertips. Hug the elbows in, don't let them go out to the sides. For 3, feel the strength in your lats. 2, and 1. Elbows come down, dolphin pose. Walk your feet in a little bit closer, if you can. And just pause in your dolphin. Remember, you're not sinking into those shoulders. You're pressing the ground away with your forearms. You really feel the lats working. You're not dumping into the rotator cuffs. Good. 1 more breath, inhale. And exhale. Just start to walk your feet backwards so you find yourself in a forearm plank. Are you all okay? Well done. And then bring your knees down, your thighs down, finding yourself in a sphinx. Inhale here. Exhale, lower down. Arms come behind you, interlace them again. Zip up your legs and come into locust. Shalabhasana. Lift up the upper body, lift up the knees, the feet, look towards the top of the mat. Keep the back of the neck long. 1 more breath, breathing in. Oh, and breathing out, lower down. Hands underneath the shoulders, press back. Finding your way to a child's pose just for a breath. Arms come behind you. Full breath in. And full breath out. Lovely, enough of a break, everybody. Come forwards into tabletop. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Lovely, inhale, look to the top of the mat. the journey there. Step or hop your way. Breathing in, halfway lift. And exhale to fold. Pressing through the feet, reach the arms all the way up to the sky. And hands to the heart. Lovely. Other side. Breathe in, the arms come up, look up and stretch up. And breathe out, fold forwards, Uttanasana. Remember, make little adjustments as you need for your body. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, go through a vinyasa or skip it. Take any variation of vinyasa that you need. Listen to your body. Protect your shoulders, hugging the elbows in as you come down. Breathe in. And exhale back to down dog. Lovely. Left side, left leg reaches up. Inhale. Exhale, bandha charges. Left knee in towards the nose as you come towards this high plank. Shoulders in line with wrists. Lift that knee up higher, the thighs touching the belly. Inhale, reach that left leg up. Exhale again, do it again. Hug it in. Lift that knee up high to the chest. Press the ground away. Protract through the upper back. Good. Inhale, reach that left leg up. One more time. Exhale, bend that knee in. Hug the knee in close towards you. Good job. Breathe in. Come back to center. Ooh, exhale, come forwards to that three-legged plank. Hug the inner thighs towards each other. And maybe hover that right hand forwards. For 3, 2, stay with your breath, try not to hold it. And 1, right hand down, left leg up. Breathe in here. And exhale, hug the left knee into your chest, step the left foot forwards, reach the arms up. Oh, it feels nice to get off the arms. Come into this high lunge. Hold on to the right forearm or wrist with your left hand, lengthen up as you inhale. As you exhale, come on over towards that left side, finding space in the right side body. Beautiful. Inhale, come back up to center, and then cactus the arms. And this time you're going to bring that left arm forwards and put the right elbow on top of the left. Cross the forearms, palms together. Lift the elbows up, get that energy, or as you squeeze the forearms together. And then lean forwards through a leaning lunge as you transition into your warrior 3. Staying steady with the breath and the drishti. Just pause, hug the inner thighs towards each other, get that balance. And then lower down forwards. Challenging yourself if you want to keep your arms in eagle arms or releasing the arms. It's your practice, your choice. Keep breathing in. Notice where the perspective is. And breathing out. Next breath in, come back so that you're in warrior 3. Release the hands and reach the arms up. And then this time, reach them behind you here. Interlace them, finding that locust arms position. You're bending into that front knee. Step the left foot back. Coming into warrior 1. Good. And then straight into a humble warrior. So not forgetting your right outer hips coming forwards, left outer hip back a little bit. And then reach forwards into your humble warrior as you exhale. Really letting your head come forward, but pressing into the back foot. Good. Breathe in. And exhale. Release the hands. Pivot onto the ball of the right foot. Right hand down, left arm up for an easy lunge twist. Lengthen up here. Find a bit of spaciousness in this twist. Feels so nice. And then exhale. Left hand down. Step back to downward facing dog. Pause for a breath in and out here. Breathing in. And exhale, maybe sighing out. Turbo dog. So make sure the elbows are going downwards, not out to the sides. And then lower them so that they're hovering just above the floor. Maybe adjust your feet if you need to. Relax the neck, look behind you, between your feet, between your knees, between your thighs if possible. For 5. Ooh. 4. How are you doing? Well done. Stay with your breath. 3. 2. And 1. Bring the elbows down. Oh. This time interlace your hands as though you were going into a headstand. Press the forearms down. And walk your feet a little bit closer. So that you're in a dolphin. Just notice the difference. Some people prefer to do forearm balances in this way with their hands interlaced. Some people prefer with their palms face down, and really sort of shoulder width apart. Just notice what feels best in your body. Keep pressing down with your forearms. Good. One more breath. Inhaling. And exhale. Ooh, and then walk your feet back, finding yourself in a high plank. Just pause here. And then bring your knees, your thighs. Ooh. Release your hands, bring your hands in line with your elbows, find a sphinx. Inhale, really stretching through the front of the body, feels so nice. And exhale, lower down, hands come behind you, interlace or not, find locust, Shalabhasana. Lifting up, finding strength in the back body, length in the front body. Reaching forward, stretching back. Hugging the low belly in as well. And then lower down. Ooh. Hands under shoulders, press back, find a child's pose. Just pause for 2 breaths this time. Hands can come behind you if you like. Breathing in. And breathing out. One more breath in. Alright. Bring your hands forward if they are behind. Find your way to tabletop, tuck your toes. And downward facing dog. Good. Making your way to the top of the mat, so inhale, look to the top. Exhale, bend your knees, step or float. Breathe in, halfway lift. And breathe out to fold. Pressing through the feet, reaching the arms all the way up to the sky. And exhale, hands to your heart. One full breath in, mountain pose. Inhale. And exhale. We'll do it one more time on both sides, okay? Before we break out into our little shoulder, forearm balance practice. So inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, fold forwards, Uttanasana. Breathe in halfway. And exhale, Vinyasa, or skip it your way to downward facing dog. As long as you're moving with your breath, and breathing with your movements. Being completely aware. Good. Right leg rises, inhale. Exhale, Bandha Charge, right knee towards the chest, hug it in. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale again, hug the knee in. Inhale, reach that right leg up. Exhale, hug it in, maybe kiss your knee. Good, inhale, reach it back up. And then come forwards to that 3-legged plank, and for that core stability, reaching the left fingertips forwards or lightly touching the ground for 5, 4, 3, well done, stay with the breath, 2, and 1, left hand down, right leg up, breathe in, and then bend that knee into the chest, right foot forwards, all the way up into that high lunge. Inhaling here. And then exhaling. We're not going to take eagle arms this second round. We're going to reach the arms forwards. Find a little bit more core stability. It's a little bit more difficult with the arms stretched forwards in Warrior 3. Reaching the arms forwards, the legs back. Good. Breathing in. And then breathing out, coming into standing splits. You can have your hands on the ground, or you can reach your hands behind your right calf with your right hand. Maybe your left hand joins it. Challenge yourself. If not, no worries. Both hands on the ground. One more breath in. And out. Good, coming all the way back up. Bring your hands to your heart this time, bend into your right knee, and step back into Warrior 1, reaching both arms up. Traditional Warrior 1. Right out hip back, left out hip forwards. Really hugging the thighs. And then bring your hands behind you, interlace them, maybe the non-dominant grip. Open up the fronts of the shoulders and bow forwards. Home Warrior. Exhaling here. Releasing the hands. Left hand down, right arm up for an easy lunge twist. Gorgeous. And then exhale, both hands down, reach that right leg up for 3-leg dog. Changing it up just a little bit before we do our Toman dog. Bend that knee and open the hip. And then flip your dog if you want to into a wild thing. This just felt so good to me when I was practicing it, so I just thought, oh, that bend right now feels perfect. Good, and then come back to center. Come into downward facing dog. Take one breath in. As you breathe out, come into turtle dog. So keep hugging the elbows in, don't let them go out to the side. If you're tired, stay in down dog will bring your elbows all the way down. Relax your neck. Maybe walk your feet a bit closer. For 3. Bring the elbows as close to the ground without touching as possible. 2. And 1. Elbows come down. Whew. Hands of your choice now, either interlaced or pressing the palms down. And just walk the feet a little bit closer. Lift the hips up higher. Breathing in, relax the neck. Breathing up. And then walk your feet back. Find your way to that forearm plank. Bringing your knees down, thighs down, and then coming forwards into that lovely sphinx. Inhale here, and exhale, lower down, coming into that locust again. Interlace the hands or just have them by your side. I'm going to have them by my side for this one. Zip your legs up, really focus on growing long. And then exhale, both hands down, press straight back to a downward facing dog this time. One full breath here, inhaling. And exhale. Breathe in, look forwards. And then breathe out, bend the knees, step or float, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. How are you doing? Exhale, fold. Pressing through the feet, the arms reach all the way out, up and above. Look up and stretch. Exhale, hands to your heart. Last side. Good job. Breathe in, the arms reach all the way up to the sky. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, halfway lift, straight from the back body. And exhale, go through your vinyasa or skip it, meet me in downward facing dog, your way. You'd always try and listen to what's going on in your body, not just what you think you should do. Lovely. Downward facing dog, left side, left leg rises, inhale. And exhale, bandha charges, left knee in towards the chest, hug it in. Inhale, left leg reaches up. Exhale, knee in towards the chest again. Ooh, inhale, reach it back up, really lift it up high. Exhale, last time, lift that knee up as high as you can. And then inhale, 3-leg down dog. Breathe in here. And then exhale, come forwards to that high plank, 3 legs. And challenge yourself if you want by reaching the right arm forwards, left leg back for 3. Just 3 this side, 2. And 1. Right hand down, left leg up. Breathe in again. Always staying with the breath. Hug that left knee in, step the left foot between your hands. Come all the way up into a high lunge. Lovely. Inhaling here. Beautiful, guys, you're so strong. Reach forwards into that leaning lunge. Hug the belly away from the thigh and transition into warrior 3. Lengthening back, reaching forwards, hugging the inner thighs towards each other. And then breathe out, come into that standing splits. Balance or no balance, your choice. Holding on with one hand or 2 behind that left calf. Relax the neck. Look at things from a different point of view, from being upside down. Inhale. And exhale. If you have that bind around the back of the calf, release it. Come back up, hands are up. And then bend into that left knee. Step back into Virabhadrasana 1. Reaching the arms up to the sky. Palms can be interlaced. It feels good. Right, out hip forwards, left out hip back. Bending the left knee. And then release hands. Interlace them behind you. Squeeze the backs of the shoulder blades towards each other. Open the front. And humble the way. Lovely. Exhaling, release the hands. Right hand down, left arm up, easy lunge twist. Good. And then left hand down, reach that left leg up. Bend the left knee, open the hip. Option to stay here or to take that back bend by flipping your dog. Coming into that wild thing, opening up the hips towards the ceiling. This feels so nice to me right now. Whoa. Come back to center, downward facing dog. One full breath in, you know where you're going. As you breathe out, let's come into that last turbo dog. Hug the elbows in, lower them down as close as you can get without touching. Relax your neck. Look behind you. For 5. Well done. 4, 3, 2, well done. Relax the neck. And 1, the elbows come down. Hand placement of your choice, walk the feet closer to the elbows. Press down into the forearms, get strong. Just a couple more breaths in. And then walk your feet back. Into low plank, knees come down. Find yourself in a really nice Sphinx. Inhale here. And exhale. Lower down. Locust pose one more time. Bring the hands behind you if you like. Zip up the legs. Lengthen here. Really find a bit of openness in the front of the shoulders. Straighten the back body. And lower down. Press back, come into a child's pose. You can relax your arms by your sides to face towards your toes, forehead down, if that feels okay. Just take a moment or two just to reconnect with that breath, moving in and out of your body. To reconnect with the intention, if you have the same intention as me. Just shifting my perspective so that I can see things a little bit differently. So just take a couple more breaths here in child pose. And when you're ready, pressing yourself up. And coming over to your wall, hopefully you can all see me all right. I might move the computer screen here. So I'm going to move my mat right next to the wall, and I'm going to have a block there as well. And just move you a little bit closer now. You don't need to see me standing up so much. Right. I want you to see me side on. So we're going to take it's just a little bit of workshopping really to help you to build strengths, so that you, if you do these headstands particularly, you're not dumping into your neck. You know, forearm balances are all about, that's the sort of energy you need in a really good headstand that will keep you, you know, you'll be able to do it forever if you don't damage your neck. But otherwise, you know, we don't want any injuries, so that's why I think forearm balances are really good. Plus they're quite fun. Okay, so the first, we're going to go through 4 different variations. The first variation, where I want you to be able to see me, you're not going to have the block, that's going to be next to you. You're going to have, hopefully you can see me, you're going to have your hands, so you're going to have your elbows underneath your shoulders, shoulder width apart, and your hands facing out and pressing against the wall. Can you all see that? So that it feels really awkward. It's just going to activate different muscles, so you're really hugging everything in, you're not dumping into your shoulders like this. And then you're going to come up like this. This may be where you stay, that's fine. If you want to, you're going to lift one leg, bend the other knee, and then press up. And so that you can keep pressing, that it feels awkward like this, but see if you can take a few breaths with that hand position. Give it a try. If it's not good on your shoulders or your wrists, just put your hands forwards and we can go straight on to the next one. But give yourselves a little bit of time to practice. That's it, it's lovely. Have you not got wall loss? If you don't, just do your stretches if you're feeling it's too much for you. Yeah, I see. Yeah. I thought that. I thought, well, you know all your stretches. So, is your bed in the way, Ali? Well done, Rachel. Go on then, Julie. Well done. Alright, and then come back down. That's beautiful, Sandra. Everyone who I can see. I can't see you, Lou, but I'm sure you're doing amazingly. Brilliant. I can just see something fluffy. It might be your dog, actually. It's your dog. Oh yeah, you've come down, Lou. Well done. Alright, so the next one we're going to do is it's called a headless headstand. So like we did with your hands interlaced, just as though you're coming into a headstand, this is how you're going to position yourself on the wall. So you're I just like to be near the wall because it means I don't have to think about my balance. I'm really thinking about keeping this sort of hugging in sensation of my upper back here so that I'm not dumping into my shoulders. So you're pressing down like this, and then you're coming up again. So go ahead and try it if you want. Try kicking up with the opposite leg if you can. Press down into your forearms. Bend that leg that's on the floor, the knee that's on with the foot on the floor, and then press yourself up. And then try and look between your elbows so that you're looking to as if you're looking straight behind you. Try not to go like this with your neck. Just keep your head in neutral. So your hand, and just notice the difference, and keep pressing the ground away. So it's a headless headstand, really. So give that about 3 or 4, maybe 5 breaths. Sorry, Loz. Chose the wrong thing for you today. It's good for you to stretch after you run anyway. Beautiful. Just notice the difference. Press down into the forearms a little bit more, Alex. See if you can get lift. That's it. Looking good, everyone. Lovely, Lou. Beautiful. And then come back down. Hello, Ziggy. Come back down. Maybe take a child's pose in between. Thank you, Sandra, for that reminder. And then we're going to do 2 more. Of course, you don't have to do these 2 more. You can just go straight up into a headstand if you'd rather just do that. But the 2 more are quite worthwhile practicing. So the first one is holding on to the sides of the block, just like we did at the beginning, we're really squeezing the block. So when you do that, you're activating these muscles which are going to support your shoulders. You're not going to dump into them. You're going to be able to press up out of it more. So it's going to keep you stronger. So using these as tools to really get your strength for holding headstands is really important. So hold on to the sides of your block, press into it, elbows are underneath the shoulders. Just look down, you'll be able to see where they are. Lift up your hips, walk your feet in a little bit, and do the same thing. So kicking up, just finding where you are. Keep your neck in neutral, so you're looking behind you, you're not sort of taking a back bend. If you can, take one toe off, maybe take both off. Squeeze the inner thighs and engage through the pelvic floor muscles. Get that lift as you press down into the forearms. And just take a few breaths there. Yeah, so try and hollow in like you were in low boat pose a little bit more, Sandra, because I know you can balance. So see if you can, you know that low boat pose we took, that's it. That's the sort of position that you're trying to get in your core to avoid that sort of back bend. Can't quite, that's it, lovely. And then find a child's pose. Well done. How are we doing? Have you got it in you for one more? Yes, Rachel. All right, so the last one, and this is gonna seem really like, oh my God, is with your palms face up. Get elbows pressing down. I know it feels really sort of scary because you've not got that gripping with your fingertips, but you're all right. You've got the wall behind you. You're not going anywhere. It's about using your forearm strength to press down and get the engagement here rather than depending on your hands. So palms face up. It'll also change the rotation of your shoulders as well, which will engage these muscles. So palms face up. You don't have the block there now. You can move the block out of the way. Palms face up. Face your fears, this is okay, it's actually easier than it looks, and lift up. I don't encourage you to do this without a wall though, for obvious reasons. But with a wall it's really good to practice this. And then play with your balance, see about what it feels like to maybe lift one leg up, maybe lift both off the wall. Getting that low boat shape so that you've got that core stability to really keep you there. So forearm balance is different from pincher because pincher is more of a back bend, which is beautiful, but not something that most of us can sustain for a long time. That's it, Ali, lovely. Really beautiful. Press the ground away, that's gorgeous, you're doing really well there. Rachel, go on, keep up. Well done. Find a child's pose when you've had enough. see Vicky, but I'm sure you're doing amazingly too. Well done, Lou. Final child's pose, everyone. Whew. Just relaxing your child's pose, arms by your side, forehead down. Take a moment just to reconnect to that breath. However you felt about doing those forearm balances, just notice how you felt, but then let it go. They're just different things to work with, and it doesn't matter if we can't get all of them or we struggle with some parts of it. It's part of the practice, isn't it? And although we're focusing a lot on physical, it's not just really about physical, but just a reminder. Okay, come back onto your knees, and then I'm going to give the option of a back bend, just because it feels really good in my body to do this after opening my shoulders like this. So I'm going to turn my mat around and have my two blocks at the wall. I'm going to take a full wheel with my blocks like this and my head in between my blocks. This is really good for me because my shoulder mobility is restricted, and also sometimes the hip flexor, it can help if you've got tight hip flexors to sort of have that little bit of a lift. You can also put them underneath your feet as well. I think we've done that before. If you want to take any other back bend, like a supported bridge, or if you want to take a camel or anything like that, go ahead, or carry on with your stretches also. And so I'm going to come with my hands, hopefully you can see me, so that I'm going to not let my elbows go out like this, hug the elbows in, press the hands into the block so that my sort of palms are on the top of the block and my fingers are on the side of the block towards the floor. My head's quite close to the wall and I'm bending my knees, pressing into my feet, and then I'm going to lift up my hips, so I'm just coming up into a bridge, press down into the hands, keep the elbows hugging in, and then lift up. And this should feel nice. Maybe you want to come up onto your toes if your hip flexors are still a bit tight, and just take 5 breaths, or as many breaths as you can. And when you've taken your 5, tuck your chin in if you're in a full wheel. If you're in another form of back bend, just coming out of it. And just pause, finding a neutral spine with your knees together. Hands on your belly, maybe one on your heart. Take your time, I've come down maybe a bit quicker than you would have. Lovely. And then from here, let's just bend the knees, bring the right ankle on top of the left knee and hug that left knee in. Find a nice supine, figure 4. Maybe hold in front of the knee, maybe hold right behind the hamstrings. Just get a nice sense of sort of a little bit of a counter stretch, a little bit of forward folding, but really into that hip. We haven't really done much in the hips, so it's nice just to focus on them for a moment. Yeah, using the wall is great. Good job. Good, and then bring that left foot down onto the mat, reach the right leg up to the sky. You can use a band around your foot if you need to, if you've got a band there, or else hold behind the hamstring or onto your big toe, and then maybe lengthen that opposite leg. Just feel a nice bit of a hamstring stretch. Just some nice sort of poses to get yourself away from the upper body, stretch into the lower body. Start to just let go of any ujjayi breath. Just soften everything down. Thinking about why you came to practice yoga together with our little community. And then keep the left leg out straight, or straighten if it's not already. Bend the right knee in, hug it in and hold on to the outside of it with your left hand, and then draw it across your body to find a twist. Right arm out to the side. Turn your gaze over to the right fingertips and just heavy your shoulders. That's really nice. I think this is one of my favourite twists actually. be okay with the quiet. And then come back to center. Hug both knees in just for a moment. Maybe massage the low spine before we do the other side. And then put your right foot down, left ankle on top of right knee. Hug that knee in close. Take that nice supine pigeon. Really try to feel into this left hip. Maybe closing down the eyes, going a bit more inward. And this could be just as much of a tool to look at change your perspective. Sometimes just closing your eyes and just connecting with that breath again. Lovely, and then bringing that right foot down onto the mat, reaching the left leg up. And taking that nice hamstring stretch. Maybe holding the big toe, straightening the right leg if it feels okay, and go back. Relaxing through the shoulders and the jaw and the forehead. Keeping that right leg straight, bend the left knee in, hug it in. And taking that twist across your body, left arm out to the side, right knee over towards the right. Turn your gaze. Next breath in, come back to center. Just hug your knees in, Upanasana. Give yourself a loving squeeze, maybe reach your nose up towards your knees. Take a big breath in. Open your mouth and just sigh it out. Coming into your Shavasana. Give yourself a couple of minutes at least. I know it feels like, it's the middle of the day, I'm going to get on with things, but just give yourself, even if it's only 60 seconds. It's time just to be. Decide to move off, I'm not going to guide you out, but just move off your mat with perhaps a bit more patience, sort of fluctuations of your emotions and more patience with your changing feelings towards the world. Your emotions shift,